So, Motomedia. Motomedia was a business that came together in 2006, and it really was based on a desperate situation. The business I had in that moment in time was going bust. I hadn't enough money to market that company, and I was walking along the main city, which I'm from, is Glasgow, and I saw a lot of empty retail space with empty windows, and I thought, why are we not using retail windows for media? So I started to research the business and understand why no one was doing it. And, it was one of these situations, it was an opportunity. I then was fortunate to hook up or become a partner with my business associate, Duncan Clapman, who is based in London. And I then discovered a fantastic designer in Ronan McMacken, who was Irish. So we had a Scotsman, Englishman, and Irishman as part of the team. We then developed the concept of looking how can we make billboards or interactive billboards using empty space. And we developed a really deep understanding of what technology was available. And I will tell you that we made enormous mistakes initially, enormous. But we got better. This is it's a simulation. Unfortunately, the animation doesn't work on this particular PowerPoint, but this is really an indicator of what we were presenting to our clients in London and further afield, of really creating a very, very high impact opportunity. This next slide is a video I'm going to show you of a campaign that was delivered in New York, and I think I'll let it do its job.
You got the password? You got the password?
Pretty awesome.
You got the password?
I thought that it was a club and it was open. Wow. Amazing.
You got the password?
The whole door was like really cool. I think it's incredible. I think it's really amazing.
It was a great campaign, and there's some interesting stories. We partnered with a company called Pearl Media, and we supplied the expertise behind that campaign. We had specialized in identifying different technologies that drove sound through windows. But you can appreciate New York's a very noisy place. And we used an awful lot of technology to get sound. But as it becomes the evening, sound is reduced from the traffic. And it was so loud, because that was the soundtrack you heard, we got shut down. The police were involved, but it was a very good exercise in showing, this will work. And, I mentioned my business partner, Ronan, went to New York, and he forgot to come back. He was there for 2.5 weeks. He decided he wanted to stay, but, that was a part of the whole experience. This is just another campaign that we did for ITV, which is a large broadcast channel. This was a fully interactive piece for our launch of Pushing Daisies, which was a US sitcom. And if you touched the window, it would animate. I won't show you that in video because it's too much. But what it did highlight was some interesting interaction. The young lady who's in the coffin is a famous UK actress, and we had videoed at night, and that's in Carnaby Street, which is a very, very fashionable part of London. And we had some young men touching inappropriate parts of our anatomy to get a reaction, and you see a girlfriend slapping her boyfriend. So that was a funny story. What I've got here is some other examples of a bit of creative use of short window technology. In this particular campaign, we've got a webcam which is taking a photograph of a passerby and superimposing it on the credit card, so it's all about you taking ownership of the credit card. But what these are just simple examples of some of the flexibility. This was for the BBC, which is another creative comedy program, which is in the east of London. This was for a show that I believe that you have here in Banja Luka for Bones, which is a US crime program. And what we had done here was created up a pop-up shot where there was a video camera was actually feeding images of people looking in the window. So, it was a good brief. It was very, very creative. And again, just standard vinyl. This was for a simple campaign in New York, and this was in Dublin. So you may ask yourself, why am I here? Well, the reality is that the economic situation, this is ground to a halt in terms of media activity. The customer determines what they buy. And the reality is that we had 60 campaigns, but you need to have continuous activity and volume. And I'm very proud of them, but the reality is the economic situation stopped the media buyers investing in this kind of event. So, again, why am I here? The reality with the media buyers in Northern Europe is they have reverted back to basics. They buy print. If you go to a media buyer, they want to talk to you about what can you do in print, because that's what they are comfortable with. They understand it. And the other most important thing that's affected the business of digital is smartphones, because these have all the interactive capabilities that anyone would want. You use your phone. So you have the media buyers who determine what they buy from you, deciding they want to do print or they want to do mobile campaigns, because everybody can interact with their handset. So Cresimir reached out to me via the internet, and I liked his proposition a lot, because the reality is that it's a product that the customer understands, and it has an innovative twist that they also understand. They get it. So that's what focused my mind. The other thing that really focused my mind was the fact that we're going to produce something. It's difficult to influence the manufacturer. This was an opportunity for me to get involved in the manufacture of product in a location that made sense in Banja Luka, in terms of there was a right attitude in terms of the buy-in from the room and the support from the Innovation Centre. The costs are great in terms of being competitive. And I thought, why not? This is an opportunity for me to get involved in the manufacture, because Motomedia has a reputation. We might, if I'm not doing campaigns, I'm selling product. I'm selling consultancy, whatever it takes to do business. So this was an opportunity for me to get hands-on. And that's why it's an exciting project, because I have lots and lots of channels that we can take the product and push it out to in the different markets where we were delivering, and still do, media advertising campaigns. That particular channel came about for me being lucky, but using the internet. I mentioned to you I'm based in Glasgow. My business partner's in London. I have never done a campaign locally, ever. I have not done anything at all in Scotland. And what I leveraged was the internet. I made sure that whatever the visible presence you saw online was great, and then I used the tools. You used LinkedIn, you used Springwise, you used all the tools where entrepreneurs are looking in for new ideas and products, and they all want to do business. So I got a feature on Springwise, which is an entrepreneur website, and it was bang in terms of the network, because it's a network that you need. And the network cover all of the globe in terms of activity. So it's a resource that is there to be not exploited, there to be used. And one of the things that Sasha asked me was to present that and say, there is an opportunity to do business globally. It's good to have the opportunity locally and regionally, but the tools are there. Cresimir reached out to me via the internet, and a lot of times I spent my time on a Skype phone or using chat and a webcam. And it's amazing what you can do. I've delivered campaigns in Nigeria, not that I ever want to go there, but based on my desk, watching and directing people who represent the concept there. And it gives you a lot of pressure. You don't have to get involved. So to recap, why am I here? It's the opportunity to grow a business, manufacturing opportunity, to take the products I know that the customer wants to buy into. The competition are too expensive. They do not need to be, but making them more affordable that widens up the buy-in. And basically give a product that the customer wants to buy. Simplicity, affordable, and ultimately the price is right. Take that particular product and push it out into the channel that Motomedia has, because if it makes sense in terms of price point, my friends will run with it, and that's the main aim. But again, it's just to kind of recap that you don't always have to be in the center of the universe in terms of do business. You can do business everywhere by using the tools that are available, and they're free. And the other reason I'm here is I'm poor and I'm very keen to make some real money. And that's really my presentation.